Start.
Good morning, myself Vandana Sharma, Assistant Professor CDOE, Jaipur National University, welcomes you all in the another session of HTML programming. In this session, we will be focusing on creating the tables in the HTML, discussing the concept of table row, table column, table tags, understanding the t-foot, t-head and all the basic tags related to create the tables in HTML. Now let's begin with this session. Now HTML table represents data such as text, images in structured format with the rows and columns. The basic thing is table provide you way to show the information, to display the information in the row and column format, which is easy to interpret and which is easy to for basically helpful in comparative studies also. Now why HTML tables are used? Tables are used for various reasons. Structuring data. Table provide a coherent structure for organizing and displaying data and make it is easier for users to read and interpret. Comparative representation, when there is a need to compare different sets of data side by side, like difference between two concept tables offer a clear and visually accessible format. Comparative studies can be done with the help of tables. Suppose you need to compare the sales and production of a particular company for 5 years, then you can create the table as compared to paragraph and structured information table helpful to interpret and compare the data. Tabular data representation information that naturally into rows and columns such as schedules, statistics and pricing the tables can be well represented using HTML tables. Creating an HTML table, you can create a table in HTML by using the table tag. This is the tag. We will be starting a table like this. First tag is the table, then we will start the coding row wise. Each and every row will be specified with the help of this tr tag. Tr means a new row. Now, we specify the table data. Table data can be many. Like in this, I have given 2 table data. Here you will write the values for the table data. Like it can be name of the particular item, price of the particular item. So, here row will be closed and then so in this way we will discuss it in the elaborated form with the another example. So basically these are the tags. Table tag, to start with the table, this is the table row, this is the table data and this is the table heading. Basically table heading is used for the first row of the table where we define the headers, fields of the table, and table data is used to write down the contents of the table, information about the particular row and column, and tr is used to specify and categorize the table in the form of rows, and table is basically to start and end with the table. Now we discuss the tags. HTML table tag is used to create the table, wrap the rows and columns within it, HTML TR tag, which stands for the table row. It is used to create a row within the table. Then we have table data, which is basically used to write the contents for the table within the row. Then we have table heading, which represents the table header. It is used to create the headings. Then we have HTML table structure, rows and columns. Rows, each row in a table is defined using TR tag. It contains a set of table cells representing the individual elements within that particular row. Columns, the actual data or header information is contained within the table cells. Cells in the same position, different rows and columns. A table row can be defined by TR tag, and table in the HTML consists of rows and columns in the table, and table heading can be defined with the help of table headers. Each table is defined by the table data, and each table row starts with the TR tag, and we use style sheet to create borders for the table. CSS is the cascade style sheet. It is used to specify the different attributes and different properties for the table, like borders and thickness for the borders, colors, background, etc. If we define the contents along with the CSS with the cascade style sheet, then your borders, colors and the things, attributes which are specified in that will be applicable for the entire web page. And if we specify them within a specific tag, then it will be restricted and applicable to that particular area only. Suppose we specify the background color for the TR tag. So only that particular row's color will be changed. And if you specify in the CSS, then entire table will be applied that particular properties and attributes. So it's up to you as per your requirement. You can specify the attributes and tags within the area wherever you want these things to be applicable. Now this is the example for table coding, how the actual table coding is done. First of all, understand the concept of table. Like this is the row and column format. In this table, we have 3 columns and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 rows. 5 rows are there. This first row will be known as header row, and these are the other rows where table data will be written. So here you can write like this: name of the product, price for the particular product, and you can write the individual day wise sale. This is just an example. Here you will specify the name of the product, their prices, their sale. So this is the header row. Now just see how the coding is done for these kind of tables. First of all, the table is given there and we have specified the border for the table. One is the pixels. This is the value thickness of the border, how thick the border will be displayed. Then we start with the first row. This is the first row TR, with the TR we have started it. Now this is table heading 1, table heading 2, table heading 3. These table headings will be displayed like this. Here I have taken the example of name, price and sale. Here you will write product, category and price. Product, category and price will be displayed. We will see the output of this page in the next page. Then we started with the second row. This is the second row. Now we will write down the information about it. Product is laptop, category is electronics and price is 800 rupees. Then we start with the third row. Product is bookshelf, it is a furniture, the price is 150. This is the coding for the fourth row. Then that every time we have to start with the row, TR tag, close with the TR tag, then another TR. As this TR will be closed, the data specified after this will be converted to the new line because we started with the new TR tag. Then this TR will be closed. Again we started with the another TR. So it shows that this table contain 4 rows. One is the header row, table heading, and these three rows are there where the data will be displayed. Now see what is the output of this table. We specified 4 rows. First is the header row. In the header row, product, category and price, they are written in the bold letters, and laptop, electronic, price, bookshelf, furniture, coffee maker, appliances. This will be considered as the table data. So they all will be displayed in the simple text, and these 3 are the headings. So they will be. So now you must have understood that coding for the table is done row wise. We start with the table tag, then each and every specific row will be specified along with their table data and table headings. Now, styling the HTML table. After displaying the data, the table also should look good, and appearance of the table also is important. So you can style the table. You can also style the HTML table by using the CSS properties to give it a custom appearance. Either you can create classes to apply sheets on the table, or you can simply write internal CSS properties to style the table. Table background color also can be changed. You can give the different background color, and the image also can be used as the background of the table. The contents will displays over it. You can set the background color and background image of an HTML tables by using the CSS and attributes of the table tag. Again, the CSS is used to specify the properties of the table. See the example, how can you use these attributes? For the background color, we have table BG color. Again, this is the tag, and this is the attribute, and this is the color code. This is the attribute, and this is the path. Path for the image to be inserted. Okay, so these two properties are there. You can use these properties with the table tag. So background color and background image, you can use any one of them. Now, how can you do it with the CSS properties? Using table tags attribute is the old outdated style. It is the recommended that you should use CSS to style an HTML table. The background color and the background image properties are used to set background color and image respectively. You can use it with the table tag in the top of the section where you can give the background color and background image URL. So, it will be applied to your table. Now, we have how can you use, here is the example there. Now, we have another attribute of the table tag. This is the row span and the column span is there like this, and these are the attributes: border, background color and BG color. These three attributes are used in this table. Border is 1 pixel, border color is green and background color is yellow. So, accordingly colors will be applied for the border. Then we have used background image also. We have taken two things, image and BG color. If image is not be, suppose your browser does not support the image, in that case background color will be applicable. Again the coding is started for row wise, then again the second row, this is the third row, and then we have this row there. Row span is the space between the rows, column span, col span is the space between the columns. In this way you can specify all these properties. Now, example to set the table background color and image using the CSS. Now, this is the another way you can specify you can use it in the two ways always, with the table tag and with the CSS. CSS can be specified in the head section where we have given the table tag. These curly braces are used. Use the attribute and their color. Use the attribute and the path of the image. This is the color code and this is the path for the image. Now, another example is there where you can, these are the example which will help you to create the table, because when you are doing this coding for the first time, you feel like that coding of the table is little lengthy to write, but here we have given many examples are there. You can take one of the example and try it. So, you will understand the practice, more you will do and more you will understand and your concepts will be clear. So, one more is the table heading is there. This is the table row. Another table is there. One more table is there and this is the table. So, in this way, this is the first row where headings are given. TH stands for table heading. The table data is given there. Another table data is given there and this is the third row. Now, table width and height. You can increase or decrease the height and width of the table. How much area of the screen you need to cover along with the text. So, you can specify it with the help of the height and width. Height and width attribute. The table width and height can be set using either attributes or CSS properties. Always in each and everything there are two ways. One is using the CSS properties and another is using the attribute. These values can be defined in pixels or in the percentage, 50%, 40%, 20% of the page, or in the pixels you can specify using these attributes the width and the height. Table width, this is the attribute, this is the tag, this is the tag and this is the attribute. These are in the percentage. 80% area of the width of the table screen and this is the 200 pixels. So we have given the example of both the ways. As per your choice and requirement, you can use them. So these are the two attributes, table height and width. Now, example to set how you can use these attributes in the code. You can use table border 1, width is the 80% and height is the 400 pixels. Then we have specified the row for the table. First row, this is the second row, this is the third row. Okay, it is given there row 1, column 2. Then row 2, column 1, row 2, column 2. This is the structure given there. It will help you to understand the concept of row and column. So how data will be shown? You can just read them and practice them. Yes, what are the HTML nested list? Nested list means list within a list, or nested table means table within a table. Sometimes a table contains part of it, so sub table to be created, so that can be done with the help of the nested list. Now, nested HTML table refers to create tables inside a table. You can create table. A table inside a table is known as the, what does the nested table means? Table inside a table. You can create tables inside a table using the, again with the same tags, table tag and table data. It creates another table in the main table cell. Now, what are the tags we have used in this? Table tag, which is used to create the HTML table. Then table th tag, which defines the header for the table. Then tr tag, this tag is used to define a table row. Then table data, td tag is basically used to specify the table data of each cell. Then captions are used for the headings. Captions are the headings for the table. Then we have call group. This is the basically used to collection of one or more columns in a table for formatting. Then we have column is there. If you need to offer some information about specific column, then one more thing is there, t-head. T-head tag is used to define the table header section. And t-body tag is used to define the table body section. And t-foot tag is used to define the table footer section. Sometimes what happens, table is lengthy, we need to display the table, suppose your table will be displayed in the 2 pages. So, we need not to specify the header row and footer row again and again. So, to less your coding, we can use the t-head tag and t-foot tag. Whatever contents you will define in the t-head tag will be displayed in the header of every page, and footer t-foot will specify the table footer section, which will be displayed at the bottom of the table in every page when you scroll it on the screen. So now let's revise the tags. How can you do the coding for this page? We specify with the table tag. Then we start with the TR tag. This is specifically for the table row. Now as it is the first row, so we will write the table heading and then in this way table heading 1. This is the table heading 2. First row is closed now. Then we will start with the second row. Now we start with the table data. This is table data 1. This is the column 1. This is the table data 2, second column. Then the row will be closed. So in this way you can continue with the tags, and how the output will done, it will be shown like this. Table heading 1 will be displayed here. Then table heading 2 will be displayed here. This become the first row. Now the second row, table data 1, table data 2. Now to start with the third row, again we will start with the TR here, then table data 2, then table data 3. In this way you can continue with the coding, and at the end you can close the table tag. Then we have some attributes of the table tag which we have discussed here. Attributes are like border, background, color, then background, image can be used, height, width. So these are the different attributes of table. You can use these attributes with the help of values, can be given with the help of in form of pixels, or in form of, you can give in form of percent also. One more thing, there are two ways to give the properties for the table. You can use them with the help of attributes, table attribute, or you can use them with the cascade style sheet. So there are two ways to define the attributes of the table. You can define with the help of cascade style sheet properties, or you can use them with the table tag. So I hope you must have understood the concept of table, how to create the table, what are the rows and columns for the table. So that's the end of this session. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.